This video is going to be out of focus, I know it. Before we start this video, I just want to say thank you. I posted a video last week because Thursday was my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, so you should go watch that. It's a little montage of all the clips we've done this year, and it was so much fun. So I just didn't get a chance to speak to the camera myself, so this is me right now saying thank you so much for a full year on YouTube. I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers, which I think is so cool. But yeah, so thank you so much for a year, and let's get into the video. What's up guys, it's Lainey, and this is my third time filming this video after having numerous months of technical difficulties and all of these issues over the past like 3 months that I've tried to film this. So, oh my god, Riley, shut up. So I filmed this video twice before. The first time the whole thing was out of focus, so I don't even know if this is in focus. The second time I filmed this, it just, like, there was a whole audio mistake. I have had plenty of embarrassing moments throughout my dance life in which I definitely regret and wish hadn't have happened. But you know what? Comedy, it makes it funny, and I get to share those funny moments with you guys. So here we go. Number 1. So we're just gonna start at the beginning of time, back when I was a little youngin', and I think I was 4 or 5 years old, and I was in a dance class, and we were doing a ballet piece for recital called Once Upon a December, and I did not know the steps the whole dance. Like, you could tell I was literally watching somebody. Even when, like, I did the steps, I was not doing them correctly. Like, and then at the very end, I start running around. We had to step into our last positions, and so I was just supposed to step aside, sit down with a smile on my face, and just be all smiley and happy and cute. But what do I do instead? I decide I'm gonna be a stage hog, and I want to be in the very front, and I want everybody to see me. So what I do is I take my spot, which I'm standing right here, and I need to sit right here. Instead of just moving right here, I decide to go all the way around the whole stage, scoot through everybody, so they're like in their positions, and the music has already ended by the time that I'm like running around the stage. I was just sitting there like, everybody's looking at me. I mean, it's obviously because I'm so good. Number 2. I wish I could say that this happened when I was like even younger, but this, I believe, happened in, 5th grade. I was a fan of making bold statements and being seen and wearing costumes and feeling pretty. There's this one blue costume that I really liked, and I thought it looked just like regular dance wear. Like, I thought that you could wear it and get away with it and people wouldn't really think it was that much of a costume. It really did look like a costume. The only thing that you could argue were the shorts, but the rest of it was a costume. And it was one of my sister's old dance costumes, and I really liked it, and so I always wanted to wear it. And we had Molly Gray from So You Think You Can Dance. She came down to our studio to choreograph a number for us, and it was so cool. But the day before, I was asking my teacher, I was like, could I wear a costume to rehearsal? And my teacher was joking, and she was like, haha, yeah, go ahead. Anybody wants to wear a costume, they can wear one. But, you know, I was like, okay. So I showed up wearing this costume, but there's a picture of me and Molly Gray, and I'm literally like standing next to her smiling, wearing a dance costume after like a whole long day of rehearsal, and she's probably just like, who's this kid? 3. This next one's not really like something that happened on stage, or really all that much in public. It was more of like a small group scenario with me and 4 of my best friends, Lily, Jessica, Gabby, Hannah Greek, and B is number 5. It was our first year doing our small group together. This was 6th grade, and I remember there was a really funny time in rehearsal now that I like look back on it. Jessica and I, we were both 2 very me, I'm front and center, I'm a star type personalities, and how lame we were. We got in an argument while we were practicing. The teacher left the room and let us like work on the number together, and I was like, Jessica, I'm supposed to be in the center. I was in the back and center for most of the piece because I was the tallest. Excuses. But it was pretty much just because I suck. Jessica kept moving towards the center. 2 people in the front row. She's one of the 2 people, and she kept moving in towards center, and I was like, Jessica, I'm supposed to be in the center. She was like, no, you're always in the center. And I was like, yeah, that's what I mean. I'm supposed to be in the center. I'm always in the center. And then she turned around and she was joking with me, but I was a very sensitive child. She turns around and she was like making fun of me, joking around. She's one of my best friends, so like she's allowed to do this. She's like,
I'm Lainey Buds. I have to be front and center for everything. It all has to be about me. 'Cause I'm just the star of everything.
And at that point, I just looked at her and I cried. No clue why. I cried and I ran into the bathroom, I cried, and she immediately like ran after me and started crying, and she's like, "Lily, I was just joking, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." And we laugh about this all the time now because it was so embarrassing and we were just such losers and so stupid. But Hannah, Lily, and Gabby don't ever let Jessica and I live that down. It's like, it always comes up to haunt us whenever I'm like, oh, I wasn't that bad, I'm that annoying. They'd be like, always brought up in conversation. And yeah. Number 4, the next one, this, I don't even have a story for this. It's just these gold booty shorts. Number 5. Another embarrassing one would just be this one's the worst one in my opinion, because it was on stage, third or fourth grade. Third grade? No, 4th grade. And it was so embarrassing because we were on stage for this huge line number. I don't know the numbers, but it's a line number if it's like a huge amount of people. And it was called Hollywood, and we messed, like there was a bunch of parts in the number where somebody would like make a mistake and they would like be over the top and be like, oh my gosh, like that was the whole joke, because it was Hollywood and it was a tap number, and it was just basically Hollywood, like that was the theme. There was this really awesome time in the middle where we made 3 pinwheels, one giant one which had most of the younger girls like me, and then there's 2 side ones of just older girls, and then there were a bunch of older girls mixed in with the younger girls. Basically it was supposed to be this huge cool part of the show where all of the pinwheels were going, and it was just so impressive, and we're supposed to score a lot of points, and then Lainey here decides, oh my god, I'm going to wait a few extra counts so I don't have to be hit by traffic. I was like, oh, this is genius. I won't have to. I decided this on stage, like right before it happens. I was like, well, if I wait like 4 counts, then I won't run into people. And so I waited 4 counts before I went, which was fine. Everybody else was still moving. And I realized I was confused on where to go from there, because I normally like took one way, and that way was blocked off in the other clear path I took, and I had no clue where my line was. So instead of doing what you're supposed to do on stage, which is like join the line and just go with it, well, everybody's going clockwise, I decide, no, I have to find my line. I'm going counterclockwise from everybody. I'm crawling like in between people who are in their pin line, like they're hooked up to each other. I'm crawling like in between their arms, pushing them aside the opposite way, all the way in front of the judges, so they just see this little girl like coming through behind. I'm hoping they thought I was part of the numbers. I doubt they did though. It was so embarrassing, and I remember 2 moms from the older girls, like the older girls, they yelled at me afterwards and told me that I was gonna lose them points, and I cried. Those were all pretty embarrassing moments. I have plenty more, and if you want more, leave a comment down below telling me you want more. I will be happy to share more with you, because there's a lot where that comes from. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, if you can relate, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below if you're a dancer or whatever sport you do, some embarrassing moments that you've had to experience in public like that. I've been looking into doing a Q&A video because it's highly requested for me to do one. If you want me to do a Q&A video, comment questions down below. I know a lot of people have been asking questions like how long I've been dancing and like where I get my mirrors and my floor and my Marley from, and I can answer all those questions in the video if you guys leave some comments down below with those questions, and I'll feature you in your comment in next week's video. There's links to my social media in the description, like my Instagram, my Twitter, my Pinterest, all of the necessities. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I've been here for a good year now. I think I deserve it. See you next week. Bye!